Hi, hello. Hello again, hello again, hello again. Okay, so I can't stay on long because Brian is hosting trivia tonight. If you're in Reading, Pennsylvania, come on to Trooper Thorns to hear my husband and his brilliant self do trivia. It's always a lot of fun. I was going to try to do a segment with him. Sometimes I'll try to do like a name that tune, but this 5-day activation plan, what is this, like 8 days at this point? So I just wanted to show what progress I've made and talk through what the stumbling blocks are or what the next steps are, put it like that. Okie dokie. All right, then. I'm going to open a bunch of files. Let me see here. Give me a second. Great. Here we go. Can you see all of these things? Okay, so what I did was I set up an offer that has multiple tiers. There's a free tier, there's a $5 tier, there's a $50 tier, and there's a $500 tier. The free tier gets you this magazine. It's 101 Things I Do If I Were You. AI ideas for people who've been working longer than the internet has. Now, mind you, those of us who've been working as long as we had, like middle-aged people. I mean, I know that the internet has been working longer than, well, actually, I was around when the internet was created. But all that to say, it's a magazine, and there are really, literally 101 use cases that go throughout the magazine. As you probably know, I'm really into this 101 theme. The reason I made this free is because it's designed to be a read through. This is the type of deliverable that typically someone would use an email capture, an email campaign. Like, do you want to know more? Download the free blah blah blah. So that's that page. So this is the 101 things I would do if I were you, and then continuing on the choose your own adventure theme, because I think of 101 use cases as like, you could do this, you could do that, and choose your own adventure. If you remember those books, that'd be the book that you'd put your thumb in the page where you were, you'd put a finger right there, and it would say, if you want to go to the castle, go to page 45. If you want to hide under a rock, go to page 80 or whatever. So this is Choose Your Own Breakthrough is a really, really detailed site that it's designed for you to poke around in it. It's not really coming up that way, but I'm still going to launch without it because it's still a great value. You get this for $5. So there will be a quiz. I'm trying to find the quiz. Yeah, okay. So there's a quiz that sets up the choose your own adventure. So 101 things I'd do if I were you. There's a website that there's the PDF download. Then there's the quiz. So question 1 of 2 says, forget your job title. What do you actually do? Pick the verb that pays you. You manage. I just think I clicked. Now, the thing is, you can't go back and forth. That's the other thing. You can't go back and forth with the navigation, and that sucks. All you can do is start over. You sell. And what do you want to do? What's your itch? Do you want to leverage where you are? Or do you want to pivot somewhere else? Hit pivot, and the next right thing for you is to create a rate memo for yourself. Not to say necessarily that you should give it to the person who's paying you, but it's great. It's still great to get a level set, to give yourself a level set with internal documentation about what the going rate for what you do is, and you can begin to put together a pricing memo. And again, this is for the purpose of our understanding, and it can lead to an actual pivot. So you'll see the deliverable here says the rate memo, a one-page memo pricing your role against current market ranges, written so your boss can forward it without editing. Hold on to it though. Why it works: the ask is the highest leverage document most people never write. Build, give AI your role, region, tenure, last review, 2 wins with numbers, draft ugly, cut to 1 page, label anything inferred. That's what you're going to say to AI. And then the week after a visible win, you're going to ship it with the subject for your next compensation conversation. So reminder again that this is $5, but the idea is for you to get a quick something. I'm sorry, this is not $5. This is free. The quiz is free. You get one quick use case. If you're like, well, wait a minute, I don't understand, I want to unlock more, then you'll click unlock $5, and then you'll get that really detailed choose your own breakthrough. So that's if you manage, leverage, pivot, and then we'll send you to a next page. And I am, as I'm talking through this, I'm reminded that as much as I love this, the UI, the UX is still weird. Like the user interface and the user experience is still weird. But that said, I'm doing the best I can. I just need to launch it. And you see here, the bottleneck is you, and that's the good news. A midlife guide to the AI moment that isn't about learning software. So my next artifact, my next prompt is like, I just need you to look at all of these HTMLs and tell me which one I'm sharing. I think it's going to be the what I would do if I were you booking thing, but there needs to be something else with it. The 101 download. This is really confusing. But I also know that I'm also wondering if I am procrastinating or delaying because I'm afraid to sell. I'm afraid that there's not enough value, or that I don't know how to explain the value. So anyway, and this is all a part of the background conversation, because right now I don't have a lot of YouTube viewers, and you're one of maybe 5, maybe 8. So I don't even feel that my saying this right now disqualifies me or undercuts the expertise that I'm sharing. If anything, I feel like it shows the real process of acting on what is being revealed, and taking some risks. Part of what I think is happening with people using or not using AI for experimental aspects of what they want to do, to me, the itch thing is really important. And I'm not seeing a ton of suggestions to have AI do the thing you always wanted to do versus having AI do the thing you're always doing. This was my first foray into literally creating the tangible artifacts of having AI do what I always wanted to do. And it might be that that's my launch. It really could be that that is the launch. And if that's the case, then that's settled. So stay tuned. whatever day if day 5 was Sunday, day 6 was Monday, day 7 was Tuesday. We're in day 8. Day 8 is August 5th. Okay, 227 is my timestamp. And yeah, but I am still really pleased about it. Okay, so this is for the $50 session. It says, what I would do if I were you, 1 hour about your one live opportunity. You leave with the blueprint in order and writing. And here you click here to book. And it goes right to my Calendly. And then you click it, and then it requires you to get oh man, it did the wrong one. Oh my gosh. Boy. There is a page this is the page that it should go to. It should go to, let's see here. This page. This is the one that it should go to. This is the page that it should go to, because here, if you click, boom, next, and then you have to pay. See, then you have to pay. So that's what we want. So let me actually tell Claude that real quick. The link to book for 50 needs to be not. Let's make sure I'm doing the right one here. Wait, that time it did it. Hold on. Oh, maybe I was in the wrong file. I might have been in the wrong file. Let's see. Okay. Maybe I was in the wrong file. Now it's going to the right thing. Okay. Oh, is this the one that it's not going to the right thing? Yeah, it's this one. I don't even know what this file is. Let's see. So I'm going to say all $50 on all pages. I'm so tired. Right, because this is right, not this. Okie dokie. Because that's my, all right. And then there's that. And then also, okay. So there you have it. I mean, So I think if I'm giving this an honest read, I will say that it's a lot more words than it needs to be. That I've thought that I have been really busy architecting, just doing a lot of speech dictation and articulating ideas, but not architecting them, not actually building them. And either I wasn't, well, no, I'm just going to take this as a learning experience. And I'm still going to launch. We'll see if I can do it by Friday. In the meantime, I suppose if one of these, so then in the meantime, Claude Code is in the background building the actual websites and linking them to my pennywren.media domain, so that once those are built, because right now these aren't actually websites, these are dummy sites that if I were to copy the URL address here at the top, you wouldn't be able to. If I were to copy the URL address here at the top, you wouldn't get to that page. You wouldn't see what I'm seeing. So that's why there's this open source software called GitHub that will build out all of the components of your site as it's rendered here. And it will say, hey, GitHub, will you publish this? Will you host this site for this person? And hosting is what gets your site viewable to people other than you. And once that's done, then I will say, okay, now, Claude, will you go into my GoDaddy account and see the domains that I own? I don't own them. I'm renting them, basically, for predatory prices. So would you find the pennywren.media URL? Right now, there's nothing on it because I had an experimental website through some GoDaddy free trial offer, and it ended. So will you go to pennywren.media, and will you put this 101 things I do if I were you, excuse me, at pennywren.media/101? And will you put this choose your own breakthrough at pennywren.media/breakthrough? And will you do a pennywren.media/meet that will automatically send someone to the If I Were You session? There are two ways to book an If I Were You session. You can do it via Calendly and you can pay, or you can do it via, where did it go? Venmo. I made a little Venmo store. So if you go to my Venmo business page, you can pay for it there also. And then I'll see the payment and I will send a confirmation email. So in the spirit of affirming what is true and affirming what I trust, I am here. I am here at this step, and I can see that there is a bridge building in front of me, and I can see the steps that I've taken up until now. And I'm really eager to move on to the next thing. But I'm very determined to finish this thing. And if there's one thing that I'm absolutely 100,000% grateful for, it is sticking with this publicly and sticking with this, and in all of the discomfort of not doing it on time for a deadline that I imposed on myself. It's just so, and I don't say that to let myself off the hook. I do say that, though, to say that often one of the things that keeps us off the hook is saying, well, I didn't get it in on time anyway. Nobody was looking for it. I'm just going to go on to the next thing. And that's behavior that I have practiced before. At the end of the day, I am trying on new ways of being. I am trying on new ways of being in the world, but also new ways of being obedient to God and to the still small voices of instruction that come along the way, and continuing to be faithful with what is before me, because you never know what completing today's step might do to ignite tomorrow's. I don't know what's going to happen if someone finds this stream one day, or if one of the 8 people reading this stream hears one word that triggers some type of, you know what, I really should reach out to Penny in some way. If you know me, get in touch. You can always get in touch anytime. If you know me, you know how to reach me. And if you don't know me, still reach me. I'm not hard to find. So, and that's not an invitation to people who've been telling me that my teeth are yellow. Yes, that's a thing. And don't get me wrong. Look, teeth whitening is on the top of my list of things I want to pay a lot of money for, in addition to removing the dark spots on my face. And there was something else. Oh, and I think I might want to invest in a tummy tuck. It's before this loose skin situation gets a little out of hand, or like beyond the point of any repair. You know, people are aging so beautifully, and there's just great inspiration out there. I think hats off to boomers, man, because the way you are aging really charts a course for third quarter life into fourth quarter life living and well-being and lifestyle. So thank you for that model, because it's not even vanity. It is truly optimization. It does feel like that. And we hear a lot about self-optimization, but I know that there are ways to maximize your capability, your capacity, or to sustain it, right? To the best of your ability. There are ways to do that without becoming obsessive, without going overboard, without becoming neurotic about it, without becoming you're on the comparathon wheel where you're always comparing yourself to others. So yeah. So I was wait, let's look and see who won the Michigan primary real quick. Okay, so Syed won. This time is interesting, and it's most interesting to me, not for the players, not for the actors, not for the characters, not for who's winning and who's losing, but for the narrative that surrounds who's winning and who's losing. And this whole heroes and villains tale that's emerging. I mean, it's already emerged, it's already surfaced, about the what we're presuming to be the inner turmoil in. Oh, great. My camera went out. So that's actually a good opportunity. Hi, my camera went out because I must have clicked a cord or something. And that's good, because that means this is an opportunity for me to take my cue and say bye for now. Why am I doing that? I don't know why I'm doing that. Because I want you to see my Amazon wedding ring that I do love it.